Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 15 properties today, and I'll tell you there is a detached home with a pool at less than $550 that to me probably is one of the best listings, at least for the last couple weeks. So let's get started, and I'm excited. We've got a great buyer class tonight. You can still sign up, but you got to be quick because we got to get you directions and show you where to go. So miltonbuyerclass.com. Let's look at the list. Now I'm going to jump around a little bit just as a comparison. We're looking at 235 Bronte number 92, 314.9. There's another one I'm going to show you on Satok as well at 337. But the point is that condo towns have really shot up in the last little while. There was a sale on Laurier backing onto the ravine. The house itself was mostly original condition. We're also seeing a couple big sales on Childs, including one that just broke the 330 mark. And the point is that I think these are pretty much in the threes to stay now. Even up around Woodward, there's one listed at 325 that sold very, very quickly. I don't have the price yet, but that's where the bar is set. It's things you could buy something in this complex last year for like $280, and what we talked about a couple weeks ago on Daily Homes is that homes are going up in Milton, townhouse, detached, about $1,000 a week, and you just can't save. Most people can't save money that quickly. So if you want to get in the market, the best time to do it would have been yesterday. At least from what we're seeing so far in 2015, the next best time is today. So this is the other one on Satok at 337.9. You've got pretty much move-in ready, very similar to the layouts of Childs, where you've got the dining room that overlooks the family room with a high ceiling. This one doesn't look as good as the one on Childs, and they probably used a different strategy. The last two on Childs put it either a little lower or right on the money, and then these guys have maybe aimed a little bit high, but hoping probably to negotiate something in the 330s. And being that they're an end unit and they've got a lot of green beside them, there is a chance that they could do very well. Now we've got two townhouses that are fighting a bit of a battle up around the 420 mark. The first one is on Edwards. The home itself is probably more than 10 years old. Buyers get upset when they see 6 to 15 years because they're like, how old is it? Well, probably 10 or 11 is what my guess would be. I could check that exactly on the registry. And the home is 1,235 square feet without a finished basement. And it looks nice inside, well finished. The room's upstairs. The front room, that's the master there, it has one full bathroom shared between all of the bedrooms up on the second floor. This front room can be a little bit difficult because the bay window, it's a little hard to put a bed in here. Like you could not do a queen bed in that room. You can do a queen bed in this room here. And it looks like somebody has twins. So I would imagine with a home this size with two babies, it's probably time to move up and find a bigger house. So that one doesn't look too bad, but we'll look at the next one, which might offer a few advantages. Seller's Path is probably a pretty close competitor. We're a little smaller at 1,130 square feet. Instead of having two rooms like the dining and family room in the other one, this one has one larger room on the main floor. It still has 3 bedrooms plus 1 washroom up on the second floor. It's probably a little bit more upgraded, and it has a finished basement too. So even though it's a little smaller, the total living space is greater in something like this. It also happens to be a lot newer. This one is probably in the 6 to 15 range. It's probably a lot closer to 6 or 7 years. So finished basement, pot lights, looks very nice. I mean, you don't get a lot of money for any landscaping here. I don't know. If I was choosing between them, I might lean towards this one. Even though it's smaller, I think it has more to offer as a whole package. Agents sell their homes all the time. This one happens to be owned by an agent, Main Street West, number 414, listed at 444.9. And I think that's probably aiming a little bit high. It's also, I think the photos leave something to be desired. There is a nice 12-foot ceiling here. Just don't see this happening for a lot of reasons. And if I was selling my house, there's no question in my mind that I would hire a professional photographer to come in and do a really good job with the photos. Now this one on Alexander is by far the pick of the day. Don't expect to get it for $550, but it's listed for $550, $548.7 to be exact. I was kind of shocked when I saw this backyard with this pool for a detached home at $550. I'm very surprised. Then I saw this kitchen. I thought, did they get the price right? Like, did they change the number 5 when it should have been a 6? It is going to sell for more. It's worth a lot more than $550. However, you don't often find the pools with the single car garages because oftentimes the lot's just not big enough to put a pool, and they have a finished basement. Like, it just kept getting better when I was looking at this one. And I would say, you know, there's not a lot of close comparisons to find something exactly like this. So I understand the strategy of underlisting. They're taking offers on Sunday. If you're looking for a detached home with all of this stuff here, give us a call. We'll get you in. There's a couple other double garages in this area that are over $600,000. And really, when you look at the price point at $569 for this one on Night Trail, I've got to believe that this is getting close to starting price for a home like this. You've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. You do have a finished basement. You've got a pretty open concept main floor here. Lots of pantry space. I would say a tasteful kitchen. It'd be easy to paint the walls if you didn't like the color, but I think that the kitchen gives you a good starting point. And overall, I would say this one's looking good. Hardwood floors. And like I said, they didn't show any pictures as far as I can tell of the basement. This is a pretty close second on Alexander for being the pick of the day. Of course, we had to highlight a home that actually has a golf hole on it. Why wouldn't we? If you enjoy golf, this could be a fun little place to hit a ball around. Although mowing your lawn, you might miss a few golf balls and launch some if you're running over it with the tractor. So, double car garage. We're on about 9 acres here. It's got some trees, but it doesn't look like it's too dense. Sometimes if the trees are too heavy, you actually get a little buggy in the country. It's not too far up. It's at 10 Side Road and Guelph Line. It's a nice looking home. It's had some renovations done, and wouldn't be too hard to finish the basement off too. So, like this one, like the price at $739, I think it compares very well to other stuff at that price point. Savaline is a Sutton Hills model. It says it's a little less than 3,000 square feet. It's up around 29 or so. Nice elevation outside. And we've seen in this neighborhood 2,600 square foot homes going for low 7s. I don't believe that the way that they've presented it is really helping them. I feel like things are cluttered. You know where you are?
You know where you are! You're in the jungle, baby!
So that's a home office, but I think they could have taken a few things out of it. Separate dining room, and then you also have a family room. Again, with a little bit of foliage, probably more than I'd say is a good idea for selling a house. It's got an open concept kitchen here. Cute kids room, but even taking this stuff out is probably a good idea. I mean, we're meticulous when we work with the seller in take the broom from the side of your fridge because it shows up in pictures like little things, cords for computers. That stuff really matters. If you took this out, if you took that out, you would notice a remarkable difference in the presentation of a home like this. Cleaning up the toys. Now, obviously it requires a seller's cooperation, but from our perspective, the little things really matter. The other thing is this one has solar panels on the roof. You definitely want to examine that a little bit more. It does offer some income potential, but are you restricted by a long-term lease? What happens when you need to replace the roof? All those different things are important. The last thing I'm going to say about this one is probably not a good idea to recycle pictures when it's been listed previously when there's no sign of snow on the ground. That immediately, even though it's a new listing on the site, it's been listed before obviously, but having snow on the ground when we're almost into spring, it just doesn't make sense. And so a buyer that doesn't know how long this has been listed for immediately has the feeling that, hey, how long has this been around? probably not a good thing. Really probably not in a seller's best interest.
Welcome to the jungle, won't you bring it to the...
So there you are. We're in the jungle, baby. Spring market. Things are selling very quickly. A lot of holdbacks on multiple offers. It's very important that you become an educated buyer so that you're not overpaying for a home, because there's ample opportunity to pay more than a property's worth right now, especially feeling the pressure and maybe not knowing what a home is really worth. So we talk about market education at the buyer class. We talk about how to stay safe, how to make sure your agent protects you, 3 government programs that could combine to give you more than $13,000 in savings, and a whole lot more. So miltonbuyerclass.com, the link is over there, but you gotta hurry if you want to come tonight. We do them about once a month, so the next one would be sometime maybe in the 3rd week of May. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.